Alright, so this will be a quick video. I'm on my way to work, right? Now, I just got news today that Donna will be... She was transferred to St. Raphael Hospital. They are going to do a biopsy of the bones in her toes. And they will decide then whether or not the IV treatments for the antibiotics are working. They had to put like a catheter or stent or something in her heart or chest so that into the main artery, so that because her veins can't take all the IVs or antibiotics or whatever, something about the drug. So she was transferred to St. Ray's. She's going to probably be there for a while, and they have to they're going to do a bone biopsy, and then they might have to cut the tip of one of her toes off to remove the infection. But if it's as bad as they think, she might lose several toes. So I guess we won't know until possibly Wednesday what the status is on all that. And then after that, I'm hearing she may have to go into rehab for a while, rehabilitation facility for a while, because she's gonna, she's been bed for too long now, and she's losing strength and muscle mass. She has trouble walking every time she is in the hospital, and then we have to have months of rehab, and so she's losing her mobility again and her muscle strength and all of that again. So, and she hasn't even had the operation yet, so she's going to end up needing to learn how to walk and stuff and have rehab with on her foot if they do the surgery. So, and surgeries like this are always dangerous. So for her, she's diabetic, blood clot issues. She already has clot in her leg or whatever, and we had to put a stent or a screen in her heart or something or somewhere in her artery to block it from getting up into her lungs or whatever. So this poor woman. But anyway, something strange happened again, and I cringe when I think about having to even talk about this stuff publicly, but this is nothing new to my life since I was a child. I don't understand it now because it's been a while since something this, have to say powerful has happened. I was getting ready for work just now. I'm in the house by myself with the dog and the cat. Our cat is dying. She's old. She's dying. So I had to tend to that and clean up and everything. I was on my way to work, and I was getting dressed, and I felt like somebody was there watching me, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden, there's a contraption in my room. It's a air purifier fan, and it turned on by itself. It can't do that. It cannot do that. It was loud. It was right behind me in my room. Like I was standing maybe 2 feet away from it. And as I turned around, it's in front of, near the bedroom door. And I turned around, and I was about to head out of the bedroom, like looking towards the bedroom, and it turned on right in front of my eyes. And you have to press it 3 times to get it on full blast. And it went boom, boom, boom. There's no way it happened on its own. It was not on. So I didn't even get scared or anything. I'm just like, okay, obviously it's a supernatural ghost event. I've dealt with things like that. TVs, radios turning on and off, doors slamming, poltergeist activity. I'm so used to this because it was part of my daily life for most of my life. And even other people would witness these things, and then they'd run out of the house and be freaked out and never want to hang out with me again, as if it's my fault, right? So I don't know. I'm going to call Donna and make sure she's okay. I don't know if somebody might have died or is going to be dying, or it's obviously somebody who's dead and needs prayers. Or it could just be an evil spirit trying to cause trouble. It's not the first time, especially in Donna's house, that I've been experiencing stuff like that. Even when I'm not there lately, Donna has been telling me that the dog is barking and barking at my room. at the door in my room, and there's nothing in there, but he's nervous all day, so I go in there and I throw holy water around, and it goes. Right after this air purifier turned on tonight, I just said some prayers, and I threw holy water on all four corners of the room, and went on about my business, because I'm not even worried about it, It's just, it is what it is, but somebody's trying to tell me something, get my attention. And that usually happens when somebody's dead and needs prayers from purgatory, or maybe they're in a coma or dying, or just recently died, I don't know. So if I find out soon that somebody died recently, then that explains it. And they obviously were just trying to say goodbye or let me know. I don't know. I hope everybody's okay. My life has been very, very busy with Donna and the cat dying and my own problems and just all kinds of stuff. It's been a crazy couple weeks. I haven't even really been on Facebook that much. Like, I'll go on periodically, post some videos and leave. Or people are calling and texting me. There's friends I keep playing phone tag with. I can't seem to get a hold of them, and they can't get a hold of me because they call or text me while my phone is off or the ringer's off, because I gotta sleep at some point. My hours are crazy. Like, I'm going into work now. I won't get home till late. And then, who knows what's going to happen with Donna, and there's always something. So I sleep sometimes during the day when I can, and I go to work at night. So it's been like that for a while. I'm on like second and third shift, but sometimes, like I said, it's hard to grab sleep. And even when I'm not sleeping, there's so much going on all the time. So I'm a very busy person. So it's no offense. I'm not avoiding anybody. In fact, I'm a little upset because I want to finish some ministry videos I've been trying to do, and I can't seem to have the time to get them done because I'm just so busy with all this other stuff. Now Donna's in the hospital, so I've got to deal with her on the phone every couple hours, and doctors, and I got to figure out where her bills are and get those paid and all this other stuff on time, and her daughter needs money, and it's just like all this stuff falls on my lap whenever she's in the hospital. So my life gets put on hold again. So this is it. I'm just not going to complain. This is what God is doing in my life, and that's it. What else am I going to say? I got to be grateful that I have a roof over my head, and this is part of the job. I live there to take care of her and help her because obviously she needs it. And in exchange, I have a roof over my head and a bed to sleep in. So that's it. But you see why I can't work full time or tend to myself, because it's with her, it's constant. Always sick, in the hospital, falling, needing something. I mean, it's just, I can't, I got to work part-time when I can in a flexible schedule so I can be there for her. And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying this is how it is. And there's nothing I can do about that. And this is my job. But the Lord provides. Sometimes He sends donations to help me out where I can't, if I can't make my bills. I am scared that, I'm investing so much time doing all this stuff that I'm not going to be able to survive on my own if something happens to her. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes. The Lord has been very good to me, taking care of me all this time. I just got to trust Him. And, there's been a lot of good to this. I mean, Donna came back to the Lord after many years. She got baptized. She became a Catholic. She goes to church all the time now. So we're helping save a soul here. It took many years to get her there. I've been working on her since 2015. So now she's back and she's in the church. So things work out. We don't always get what we want, but we get what we need. We don't always have things work out the way we would like them to work out, but they do work out. So the lesson is trust in God, totally surrender, and, His will, not ours. That's the way of a Christian. It's not about, oh Lord, here's a laundry list of things I would like, house, a wife, a vocation, kids, whatever, a new truck, a dog. No. It's, what does God want? What did He create you and I for? We're here for His good pleasure and holy will, plan, and purpose for our life, not for ourselves. We're not here to live for ourselves. Most of the world just lives in this world for themselves, like they're their own God. But that is not what we are here for. That's not what we were created for. I cannot stress that enough. And anyway, we know that I've been telling you guys how. Hold on a minute. I've been telling you guys for a while how we are in the end times and this and that, and how things are ramping up, and evil spirits and stuff are going to be making themselves more known in the world as chaos ensues and this and that. So I don't know. Again, I didn't feel like anything bad or malevolent was in my room tonight. I don't even know why they, out of the blue, and that's usually when it happens. It's usually a random time, makes no sense. tonight I was just getting dressed. I'm literally standing there naked, and I'm like, excuse me. I literally said, I'm like, whoever you are, you need to leave, because I'm kind of like I'm a little indisposed at the moment. I'm trying to get dressed, you know? I have nothing on. I'm trying to get my underwear on, and this person's in my room turning appliances on. And it's like, okay, great. Now that you've made your presence known, and I'm always being watched, what do you want? Do you want prayer? I mean, who are you? What do you need? What's the point of this? You know, like, okay, you're here, so what? You're not going to scare me. I'm not scared. Obviously, you're making contact for a reason. You wanted to make it very clear that you're there in my room with me, and that you're, supernaturally reaching out to me, because appliances cannot just turn themselves on, especially that one, by themselves. And this is, like I said, a regular thing in my life. But I have not had appliances or TVs or any of that stuff turn on or off, or lights or any of that, in quite a few years. So I don't want this starting again. So it's kind of unnerving and annoying. But I have had, since I've been living with Donna, somebody kick the couch enough to make me almost fall off of it. I've had my bed kicked and moved. I mean, somebody's obviously around always trying to get my attention, or, So I just get on my knees and I pray, and I grab the holy water, and I grab the Bible and whatever, and I pray it away, and then I go to bed. But tonight, it didn't make any sense, because, I'm getting dressed for work, put my scrubs on, and all of a sudden the appliance in my room turns on. So, and again, it wasn't already on. There's no way it could have just turned on with a power surge or any of that stuff, because you got to see the thing to understand. It's like a tower, and it has a button on the top that has to be pressed, and you have to press it like 3 times pretty hard to get it to turn on full blast. And it went on full blast. So, that's it. Anyway, so not to scare anybody, but just to I don't even know why I bother sharing these things with people, because it just makes me look like a crazy person. Nobody wants to believe me. But my life is a testimony to tell you people that this stuff is real, and you need to start taking it seriously. And I'm a living proof of that. But again, unless you're there to witness these things, then you're not going to want to believe it. I mean, but I got no reason to make this stuff up. It makes no sense. So if I make another video and I find out that somebody died recently that I'm not aware of, then I will understand what that was, and I'll know that they need my prayers, and that's what that was about. Because again, I didn't sense anything. The temperature didn't drop as usual when there's an evil entity. There wasn't anything scary or bad smells or growling sounds or anything like that. This was just like a very calm, soothing, pleasant. That's the feeling in the room, and then the appliance turned on by itself. So it wasn't bad. It's obviously a good spirit or a soul that needs prayer or is saying goodbye, and that's it. So don't, when you feel like inspired to pray, and I did pray quickly because I'm on my way out the door for work. I didn't have time to really get into it, but I said, Lord, whoever needs these prayers or whatever, I lift them up or whatever, please help them. And I'll, figure it out later when I have time. But again, I've lived my whole life. I don't know. Some people say I'm a medium, whatever. I don't get into all that stuff. The Bible doesn't like it. It talks against it. And I try to turn it off But I do have people making contact with me way more often than I'd like, and I don't know why me, but they do. And I've seen a lot of dead people and ghosts and apparitions, but it usually means that they need prayer. So some of them used to haunt certain areas, and then once I went there with the Divine Mercy Chapel and prayed for them, they were gone. They never came around again. So some people are stuck. I don't know what it is, but I get the task, yay, of always, and it's always, usually at the most inconvenient time, or when I'm alone, somewhere, and it's like, that's not fun. But it is what it is. And so again, like tonight, I was like, dude, I'm too busy right now to even be scared and or even worry about it. Whoever you are, I'll say a quick prayer for you. I hope you're well. And I just figured I'd share that with you. So I'm going to call and see if Donna is okay. I hope nothing happened to her, because I know she'll make her presence known to me if something does go wrong. So I hope nobody's passed. That's all I know. But I don't know. It could be a family member. It could be anything. Like I said, nobody talks to me. I'm cut off from everybody. So I'm just trying to survive every day. And I'm very busy with all this stuff between work and Donna and all this other stuff going on in life and in the world and my ministry. And so that's it. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to, there's a lot of traffic. People are flying by me. And I'm trying to get to work here. How does the time fly by so fast? I left at like 5:30. It's 6:13. It doesn't take that long to get here. There was traffic though. Alright, anyway, I'm pulling into work in a minute. So that's that. Please pray for Donna. Continue to pray, because this is kind of serious. And she's got a lot of health conditions and stuff, so please keep her in your prayers, and keep me in your prayers, and like I said, I just wanted to give you an update on Donna from what I know for now, and also share that little supernatural, ghostly, or demonic, or whatever encounter it was just now at the house. And you can do with it what you want. Believe it or not, I don't care. I know what happens. I know it's true, and I live it every day. So you can learn from it, or you can just dismiss it. God bless.